I'm Ulli. Did you know that negative emotions like anger, frustration, guilt and shame, grief and sadness can become trapped in our bodies and in the long term can create illness if we don't release them effectively? Emotional freedom technique, which is commonly known as tapping, is a really powerful technique that I teach most of my clients. And it's based on the principle, like acupuncture, that there are meridians in our body that trap emotions. So by tapping on them, we actually allow the body to release them successfully. So I'll just explain what the 8 points are and then just do a demonstration to show you how easy it is to learn tapping. So there's 8 different points. The first one is the top of the head. So we just tap very gently, just using a couple of fingers, not hurting ourselves, just tapping top of the head. The next point is the inside of the eye, just where the eyebrow starts, just tapping there. The third point is the side of the eye, again being very gentle because of where that is. And then under the eye, just tapping a few times. Tapping under the nose, the chin point, the collarbone, and the last point under the arm, just round about there. So they're the 8 different meridians or points that we tap on. But it's important to focus on what is that emotion, that negative emotion that you want to release. So for example, if it's something like frustration, which I'm sure many of us experience frequently, you notice, where do you feel that frustration in the body? For some people it might be around the head. For others it might be constriction in the throat, or it might be the chest area, or it might be the gut, or it might be all of those. But focusing on where do you feel that is really important. And then also, if you were to scale it on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being, feeling really, really frustrated, so frustrated I could scream, or 0 being I'm not at all frustrated, where would that be at the moment? So for example, if it feels like a 7 out of 10 with the symptoms that you're experiencing in the body, then you've got a before picture. So that when you do the tapping, you can then work out, has this actually worked? Has this helped to release the emotion from my body? So we also do what's called a setup statement, where we just gently tap, and I'll start to demonstrate this now. So we tap on the side of the hand, just sort of the karate point, with a setup statement such as, even though I am feeling frustrated right now, and it feels like a 7 out of 10, and it feels a constriction in my throat, I completely accept and trust myself. So we then repeat that statement 2 more times. When we've repeated that statement, then we start doing the tapping, and at the same time articulating what are some of the other emotions, or describing what that frustration feels like. Or you can simply just say, feeling really frustrated right now. Really frustrated. Feeling just so frustrated. Can't seem to make anything work. And it feels like a 7 out of 10. And I can feel it in my throat. It feels constricted. Feeling that frustration. Really feeling that frustration. It feels like a 7 out of 10. So then when you've done at least 2 rounds of this, tapping on each of those points is considered a round, then you take a deep breath, closing the eyes, and focusing on where you felt that emotion, let's say the frustration in the throat, and focusing on, does it still feel like a 7 out of 10? So if it's reduced to maybe a 2 or a 1, or maybe it's totally gone, then you've pretty much achieved what you set out to achieve. But if it's still maybe a 4 or a 5 out of 10, then I would continue doing the tapping, saying all the emotions that you're feeling, what the issue is, and just literally tapping it out of your body until it comes down. So tapping can be used for a number of things. It can be used for things like panic attacks. It can be used for anxiety, for reducing stress. It can be used for depression. It can also be used for cravings or addictions. So it's actually a really versatile tool. So if you'd like some more information, or perhaps you'd like some help, me helping you to use tapping to help you with your issue, please give me a call.